What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the Milwaukee Bucks, and what seems to be the talk is that the Milwaukee Bucks are just not focused. The Milwaukee Bucks are just not together. The Milwaukee Bucks, since hiring Doc Rivers, is a 500 team at 15-15. Honestly, when I look at the Bucks and I look at, the course of their season, mind you, we went through the hiring of Adrian Griffin and the firing of Adrian Griffin, which ultimately led to the hiring of now their head coach being Doc Rivers. You look at the trade to ultimately bring Damian Lillard to Milwaukee. You look at Giannis being unhappy with Griffin. You look at Dame being unhappy with the Milwaukee scene, saying he's bored and things like that, and there's nothing to do outside of, the basketball scene and him going that whole situation. You look at a team defensively that struggles. You look at a team that at times is being outplayed by the lesser opponents. We're talking about their last two losses coming versus the Washington Wizards and also Memphis Grizzlies with their depleted roster. And when you look at the Bucks as a whole, aspirations are championships. You add in Damian Lillard to go with Giannis. Giannis said he wasn't going to sign on to an extension with the Bucks unless they will be competing for titles. He wants to be able to compete year after year for championships. That's the reason why he wants to be, on a team that's heading towards that. Championships are nothing. He wants to win. So right now, I don't know if it's a case of they're not together as far as a team, or this has been their calling card, and this is just who they are. You can honestly look at the Bucks and what they've been able to do throughout the course of the season. Yes, they are one of the better teams of the Eastern Conference, but you have a lot of people saying, well, maybe they aren't who we thought they were going to be. In a 7-game series, will you take the Bucks over teams like Philadelphia, Boston, Miami, certain teams in the Eastern Conference where you can look at it and you say, well, in a 7-game series, I like them over Milwaukee. And Doc Rivers spoke to something of that degree, speaking in the realms of just how the team isn't connected from the top to the bottom. And I don't know if that's that's a crutch to lean on, so to speak. But when you look at the Milwaukee Bucks at times as a collective on the floor, they do look displaced, especially defensively. And I said, no matter who they hire, this was after the firing of Griffin. No matter who they hire, that's not going to fix the holes that they have defensively. We know Damian Lillard is not one of the better defenders of the NBA at the guard position. I'm not going to say guys is lighting him up for 30 and 40 a night, but when you look at Drew Holiday as opposed to a Damian Lillard, that's night and day defensively. Chris Middleton isn't the player that he once was defensively. The best bright spot that they do have defensively is Giannis when healthy. You can look at guys like Jay Crowder. You can look at guys like Patrick Beverley, Brook Lopez. But I think as a collective, the Milwaukee Bucks just isn't too keen and high on their defensive abilities right now. And again, like I said, it's it's a thing that the team, you could just tell as a whole. You could tell as a team as a whole, when they giving up 100 plus points per game and they still win the game. That's not going to last when we're talking about April, possibly May and June, if you are a Milwaukee Bucks fan. So, like I said, they do have problems. It's too, honestly, I think it's kind of late to address any issues as far as where the team is headed, because okay, let's call it what it is, right? Right now, Milwaukee, we know they're going to be one of the higher seeded teams in the Eastern Conference. I don't think that's the glaring issue here. I think the issue is, will they be able to withstand this for an extended period of time and make an actual run during the playoffs? We seen what happened last year when they lost to an 8 seed, being the Miami Heat, en route to the Miami Heat going to the NBA Finals. But if you are the Milwaukee Bucks, you have Giannis, you have Dame, you have the other, cast of characters, the Malik Beasleys and guys like that, Chris Middleton. Will you be able to make an extended run? That's yet to be seen. Right now, if I was a betting man and you asked me would I take Dame and Giannis in a 7-game series, of course I would. I think talent wins all the time in the NBA. But at the end of the day, when it comes to how they are playing as a unit, as a team, that's a different story. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Milwaukee Bucks fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to the channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.